A guest in the house. He is the representative of Sony Music International. His name is Spiro Damaskinos. You're welcome to Saturday Night.
Hi, thank you very
much
for having me.
You.
Yeah, it's awesome. Good to be here.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I am so odd. You know why? Because Sony Music was once here,
yes,
and they left us. They turned their back on us. Now they're back, and it's a good thing.
Yeah,
so for
thank you very much.
A double handshake.
Thank you. I like that. Thank you very much.
For coming
it's good
back.
to be here.
Yeah. So why have you decided to come back to us?
Well, we're here specifically, for X Factor right now. But obviously, we've always been looking for, we Africa is our footprint, and Africa is kind of where we're looking to sign. So we're here to work with local artists and develop the local industry.
Sony Music. Sony Music. It rings a bell. But for a lot of people, for the benefit of those who will be hearing that name for the first time, can you tell us a bit about Sony Music?
Sure.
What they really do, your main objective?
Sony Music is an international record company. Our main job is to sign and record artists. That's what we do. That's what our main job is. And we're an international company, so we have every artist from the ranges of Beyonce, Chris Brown, R. Kelly, Alicia Keys, all signed to Sony Music globally, and then locally as well. We're making a lot of grounds in Africa, not just South Africa, but right across. So in South Africa, we've got artists like Zonke, Goldfish. Throughout Africa, locally, we've signed artists like D'banj, who signed to Sony Music. Kamzi, young artist coming through as well, also from Nigeria, and some East African artists as well, Ecstatic, Keko. So we have got quite a wide reach as a label, internationally and in Africa.
Whoa. So when you talk about music and artists, the name that should come to mind is
Sony Music. We are the record company of choice.
Oh, I love that.
We're a family.
Well, you've earned your stripes. I mean, going by your pedigree in the music industry, you've done so much. But we want to see you more in Africa, and particularly in Nigeria.
Definitely. I'll be back. It's my first visit here, and it's been very, very exciting, and I will definitely be back.
All right, now you have been surfing the African surface musically.
Yes.
What are your takes so far?
Well, I mean, in a top line view, I can tell you that we have been gauging the market, obviously from there, and we've had some local agents as well, so we're getting some feedback from people on the ground.
That's a good start.
It is indeed. It's
very encouraging.
Very much.
But we're hoping you're not stopping there.
No, it's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning of greater things. And perhaps if I decide to join the music stream, I may just be signed on.
Yes, please.
You want to try my voice?
Let's have a listen. Yeah. Send me your demo. Let's have a listen.
It's not even good there. I'm better with this day's job.
You'll see Thekla on your next TV session. Yeah,
please. We've got different talents. I just keep what God has given to me. I'm not going there and disgrace myself.
Well, you don't know. You're going to try. You never know until you try.
Okay, maybe if Spiro is ready to do it personally, I probably will just I'll swing a bit.
Okay, I like that.
Now, what makes Africa thick musically?
But Africa, music is inherent in it's in the DNA. I think Africans are born with music. It's just part of the culture. Music is part of I would probably say it's similar to like religion. It's in that you're born with music. We're a musical nation. We're not born and then introduced to music. We are born with music, and I think that's a big difference in terms of what music plays an intrinsic part in Africans' life. From the time they were born, they just you have no option, but you're born into it. So I think that's what is the big differentiator, I think, between us and, let's say, Europe or whoever else. I think music plays a big role, and I think that's why we've got Africans has got such a great feel for it. It's amazing.
I noticed that you're saying we. Are you African? Are you an African?
I feel I am an African. I wasn't born in Africa, but I'm an African.
You're an African. From where in particular?
Where? Well, I live in South Africa, so I'm African.
You're African.
Yeah, I am.
You're loving the place.
I am.
Speaking of your journey so far, you've been here for a couple of days for the first time.
First time in Nigeria. First time in Lagos.
Ever.
And
so, what's your take?
It's amazing. Amazing.
Tell us about it.
I just, I didn't know what to expect. People obviously, tell you different things, and I've learned through my travels that you just gotta really go in with an open mind, a kind of a clean canvas, and just absorb the the environment. And it's just been amazing. I think the people are awesome. A lot of friendly people, very calm. The energy of the city has been amazing. Just to see the hustle and the bustle that goes on. They call it the Niger hustle. Man, it's just you can feel it. It's just everyone's moving and grooving. It doesn't feel like the city sleeps until like 4 in the morning, based on the traffic. I had some traffic experience as well, which have been interesting. But I think it's I've had a really awesome and very positive experience out here. And
Okay.
I will definitely be back.
Of course. If you don't come, I will personally invite you. So have you tried the food?
I haven't tried too much. I tried some. My favorite is jollof rice. I like that, and I tried some yam as well. I think I know what you call it so it's been good. Yeah.
Yam of all things.
Yeah.
You didn't feel it was heavy or anything like
Well, I
that?
didn't eat a lot of it. I just tasted some of it. So
What did you
I didn't
try with it? Did you just try it like that, or you did it with something else, like a spicy sauce or something?
There was a little bit of spicy sauce with it. There was like a tomato-based kind of sauce with it. Yeah. Just
And you
tried-
liked it?
It was good. It was different.
So you haven't done any of the swallows? I mean, when you have to like mold, and then put it in your mouth?
No, so that's like your
Traditional
maize meal,
food,
like your pap.
yeah.
In South Africa we call it pap. It's like a
Okay.
maize meal also, like
yeah.
no, I haven't tried that. I didn't
You
try
haven't
that,
tried
but
it.
we've got something similar that I'm used to,
You
but I
would.
didn't try. Next time, you see, I'm gonna do it in phases.
Okay, you've done it so far because
Exactly.
you, in particular, I mean, you're just coming for the first time.
First
You've
time.
had these experiences, and you're, digging in. You're
Yeah,
checking
no,
the things
yeah, man,
out, and
I'm-
you're feeling it.
I am. I'm
In fact,
absorbing
if you
everything.
didn't tell me it's your first time, I'll probably not believe you. I think you've been here over and over and
Yeah,
over.
I think I found my second home.
Yeah, maybe perhaps you get married here.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You're
No.
not married yet, are you?
I am.
Oh. No, second wife, no way. Second wife, no way.
No
Won't corrupt you.
Okay, that's fine. I like
Won't corrupt you.
it. I won't. I'll just say, look, it's the Nigerian laws. You gotta have at least two wives. I'll get away with it.
Yeah. And speaking of Nigeria, yes, Nigeria has a lot of talent, no doubt. I mean, I can beat my chest. Even if you don't tell me, I'll do the Agama Lizard way and say, yes, we have talent here.
Yes.
And Sunny Music is coming in, and you're looking at exploring the potentials that
Very much
lie
so.
here.
Yeah.
Now, the few artists you have come in contact with, who would you say has really struck you, apart from the band whom you've signed in? Who else would you tip as the next?
Jeez, I don't want to tip anyone. It's very hard to tip anyone, but I mean, you've got the established artists like the bands, but if you look at the likes of P Square, the guys are coming through. There's a lot of good talent that's coming through. Davido, so there's a good spread of established artists that you've got coming through, but also very exciting around the developing artists. I've come into contact with a few of the guys. And yeah, I don't want to name anyone now, but it's definitely, you can see it's coming through. Also through my experience on X Factor, I saw my first live show this week, and looking at the talent that's coming through on the show as well. Very, very exciting. I think there's a lot. You've got such a diverse country. There's such a big population, and there's so much diversity. I think you can see that it's going to come through, and with shows like X Factor, and with companies being here, we can really, the developmental side is really, it's amazing. The possibilities are great. So, and also the talent that we're going to tap into, because you've got such a big population and it's so diverse, is very exciting.
And you have decided to identify with X Factor.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's a global thing. X Factor, Sony Music is a partner to X Factor globally. So globally, where X Factor is, the show goes on air, the winner is automatically signed to Sony, because that is the partnership, the global partnership. So that's where our partnership comes in with X Factor. It's a global it's a global deal that allows us to be partners with wherever the show launches. Sony is the partner, so that's where the deal comes through.
And so far, how would you rate the X Factor Nigerian?
I think it's great. I think it's really, really strong. I think production-wise, talent-wise, everything. Even have a look at your the MC tools. Just everyone is really, it's good. It's really, I think, high quality, and it's coming through. and I think it's also a great one. I think the format itself of the show is very exciting, and I think introducing it to West Africa, it's the first time that it's been launched in Africa, and what a better place to launch it in West Africa, in Nigeria and Ghana. So it's fantastic. Very, very good.
Okay, you have seen, at least you've been monitoring the talents that that were featured so far on X Factor. What would you say is the distinguishing factor
of the artists?
Yes.
And having a look at it, you know, it's interesting to see, you know, week on week who comes in, who kind of performs. It's key, you know, in terms of who brings it on stage, and then that obviously relates through on to the cameras and obviously on the actual show itself. So, you know, it's interesting to see how the guys are, or how the contestants are changing it up each week, and you know what kind of energy they're bringing onto stage. You know, it was my first live recording sitting through, and I think one of the judges, I think was Reggie or was it MI, kind of talked about, you know, you got to bring it on stage. And I think that's kind of a key factor that the contestants need to keep in mind, that they've got that platform and they've got to make that platform for that 3 minutes when they're on that stage. They've got to own it, because that's going to be the part that's going to make the people vote. You know, if they don't bring it on stage, you know, it puts them in jeopardy.
Okay, in comparison with X Factor America.
Well, you know, you got to understand, you know, X Factor America, you know, America always has a lot bigger production budgets, so they've got a lot more experience. So you know, it's a tough one to kind of launch with X Factor, but I think it stands heel to heel. You know, obviously, you know, they are on their season, whatever, on their season 3 or season 4, so they've done it for a bit longer. Where, you know, here it's the first time. So as the shows develop, they get you know, they start fine tuning them. So I think it's, you know, if you look at it from a set perspective, if you look at it kind of from, I think you're standing upon par. But like I said, it's a tough one to go against America, who were the originators, and they're far more progressed from a production perspective. So, you know, but I think it's very, very strong. I think it's very, very strong, and I think it stands up to its own.
Not sounding biased, who would you tip as a winner for this?
You want to put me on the spot, Declan?
Not sounding biased, just be as professional as you can be.
Jeez, wow, it's hard to, you know, I thought performances for me that stood out for the show that I watched, because I'll be fair and I'll be at the show that I was actually at. I thought my performances were DJ Switch. I thought she was very, very strong on the night. Ishan, she was also, am I saying it right, Ishan? Ishan?
Yeah.
Ishan. Those are the 4 performances. You put me on the spot here.
Yeah.
But those are the 4 performances for me that really kind of jumped out on stage.
And I think I agree with you. But again, now, it's been generally perceived that Nigerians are more of performers, you know, than singers. What do you think of that?
I don't know. Based on my experience of what we've seen, you know, I've seen depending on the artist, but I've seen a variety across. So you have got artists that perform, but I'm finding singers, songwriters, you know, that are coming through. So the songwriting, the singing, and the performance combined, I'm finding a lot of that, which is important. You know, you can't just be, yes, you can be a good singer, but you know, ideally you need to have all the elements of the package. You know, it's a big package, and you have to have all the different elements. So you should be a singer, you know, a songwriter, and a performer as well. So not only must you have a good voice, but when you go on stage, you need to bring it. You know. Are
you saying we're towing the right path?
Very much so, from what I've experienced. Yes.
Nigerian music and Nigerian musicians.
Yes.
In your own opinion,
yes,
you think we're towing the right path?
I think so. I think there's obviously some development that can definitely help the whole process. But if I hear the stuff that's coming out organically, definitely.
Where is music going? I mean, if you're looking at music entirely, I mean, the music worldwide now, where is it going? Where is it going? If you're looking at it futuristically now,
wow,
where is music going?
So you're talking about, I mean, you know, I think music is just getting bigger and bigger. I think technology has raised the game, not raised the game, but it's dropped the borders. There's no more, you know, in the old days, you know, without technology, it was very difficult to kind of to distribute music, to get yourself known. But now with technology, it's really made, like I said, a global village. Now everything is available. So, you know, whether you're in America or whether you're in Iceland, whatever the story is, you've got you can record and get your music out there. So if you ask me futuristically, I believe music is going to grow, and based on that technology, and I think more people will have access to it again based on technology. So I think music is just going to get bigger and bigger as it goes on. All different styles of music.
Okay, would you say technology has been a plus or a minus? Because now anybody can sing, given the technological wherewithal that we have on our hands.
Yes.
Everybody can sing, and there are some people who are really talented, and they don't really have the same footings or the same platform as those who have the technological know-how to do what they want to do and get the public going.
Yes.
How do we balance these two
elements?
Sports? Yes.
I think, it's about part of that. What you're saying is yes, technology has even the playing field. So you get guys that are more technologically sussed. They can drive themselves up to the ranks. But I think it's about the education process of someone who is talented, kind of having an understanding of how to get the technology to work with it. So it's all part of the process. Very much it's all very interlinked. If you look at social media, etc. So again, part of the education process, but and it's all key to success. So you have to have the two. It's very important.
It's very important to have the talent.
Yes.
It's also very important to have
the understanding of
the technology.
You don't have to be a technological person, but you have to understand what role technology plays in your journey, whether it be to record or to get the music out there, whatever it is. Technology is going to play a role somewhere along the way. So you don't have to be the person, but you're going to align yourself with people.
But you still haven't balanced that question for me.
Haven't I?
Yes, you haven't, because for me there are some people, like some people really have this voice. They have this voice, and some people really perform. Without technology, they can stand their own. But there are some people who don't have anything; they're just flat. But technology is just,
brings them.
just making them,
Well, it's different.
prominent.
It goes to that'll go down to different genres. So if some people are singer-songwriters. So let's say you're Thekla, you're going to come on and you just sing raw with the guitar without technology. Then you get maybe more of a pop artist who requires them to be singing in a studio, and they make more pop music. So the different genre kind of differentiates your requirement. So you don't necessarily, you can still have no technology and still be a relevant artist. Like you said, a singer-songwriter who doesn't need the studio production to adjust your voice to make you sound good. So it varies. It varies on what technology role technology is going to play in your field, whether it be whatever in your music life.
So as a guru in the music industry, how do we balance it? I'm taking advice from you now. We're taking your own perspective.
You have to. I think your balance is really going to be around who you're targeting, which market you're targeting, and what the requirement is. Are you going for a pop market? Are you going for a more organic, traditional market? And to what level do you want technology to play? So it's really about having an understanding. So the balancing is going to have to come in from, I suppose, a bit of an educational process that's required, but you have to get a bit of an understanding of kind of where you want to be and how you want to do it. So that's how I imagine you get your balance. And the reality is, you're going to take some research for someone who's just doesn't have, do some research online and get an understanding of what it is that you're trying to do.
America has, to a large extent, set the pace for music. How far are we as Nigerians? How far are we away from the finishing line? When you want to talk about, joining the entire world, joining the world, musically.
Yes, 100%. The American market is a lot more developed. It has been around for longer. But again, I can only make to your question around Nigerians, my first visit here. So I've got a view, but again, it's not a long-standing view. But I think it goes back to what I was saying to you earlier about technology's changed the field. So you don't have to. You can create it. If you have a look at some of the successes of the likes of even P Squared or The Band, having a #1 hit in the UK. The same thing with P Squared. So the music is starting to travel, and so that's why I think that technology talking about is kind of evening the playing fields. So, you know, so the barrier to entry, I think we're close. I think also, more importantly, the sound that's coming out of Nigeria is very important. It's fresh, and I think it's very exciting, and it's something that I think could really resonate with the American market, or the global market for that matter.
My head is swelling, you know. Coming from you, my head is swelling. My head is swelling. Now, on a final note, you are here and you'll be leaving very soon. What are the things you take away from Nigeria to the rest of the world?
What I'm going to take away, the energy. There's a lot of energy there. I'm going to take away some local lingo, some local food experiences, and the Niger magic, what I like to call the Niger magic. There's this, I don't know, it's the guys kind of refer to it. There's something that happens in the background that just kind of makes things kind of happen, that tick along. And it's there, and a bit of the traffic as well, a bit of the driving, which I'm cool with it. But it's been a great experience. Yeah. So overall, I'm going to take away quite a lot of very positive aspects to my visit, and I will definitely bring them back.
And all those reservations you had.
What reservations?
You talked about the reservations you had.
They're gone already. What reservations?
Oh my God! This is so good to hear.
They were left before I think as I got to my by the time before I even got to my hotel. When I left the airport already, I was like, okay, it's all good.
So no fear.
No, man, Nigeria.
It's all excitement.
Niger rocks.
Expectations.
Niger rocks.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's such a pleasure
to
have you
very
on
much.
Saturday
Thank
night.
you very much.
Yeah, so when next you come, we might just host you.
Definitely. Excellent. Look forward to it.
Let's hear what you have to say the second time.
On the second try. Okay. Excellent.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So viewers, on that note, we say thank you so much for staying tuned to this week's edition of Saturday Night. Until next week, be kind to one another.